Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And as always, we want to thank BTC Fiber, who sponsors our program. And you can see this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's Channel 18. And we also want to thank our sponsors to our program, Embers Ice Cream, Nickel Row Antiques, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast. And today we have with us Justin Whaley. Thank you, Justin, for being on our program. And he's the owner and CEO of DeadZero Shooting Range. And Justin, you know, we've got a lot of things we'd like to talk about because this is a good area out here. And I know you've put a lot of work into this before it actually opened.
Of course.
First of all, let's get a little background on you.
Well, I am a Marine Corps combat veteran, served in Operation Iraqi Freedom 1 back in 2003. After that, I got out and was been a paramedic for about 18 years. Then went from that into starting DeadZero shooting.
Well, and this, other than being in the military, has shooting always been an interest of yours?
Yeah, I grew up as a kid shooting and hunting with my dad, my grandfather, and stuff like that. So I've always been very interested in firearms and shooting for sure.
Well, and that keeps you busy then.
Oh yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Well, what spurred your interest to start the gun range here?
Well, we had a reunion from some of the Marines that I served with in Iraq about 2015, and one of them is on a service-disabled veterans rifle team that shoots AR platform rifles out to 600 yards, and it's called Camp Valor Outdoors. It's a great not-for-profit for disabled veterans. And he asked me if I wanted to shoot, so I said sure, why not, because I used to be a pretty good shot, and so I went and got my match grade AR and all that fun stuff, and I went to try to find somewhere to shoot out to 600 yards.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't available. No, the only real option I had was about 100 yards out in at Prentice Cooper and stuff. And so I was, healthcare, the way it's kind of gotten, is getting tougher and tougher, and call volumes are increasing and stuff, and so I was like, you know what, it's about time, it's something I want to do, plus it's something that's needed. So I started, and I did the market research and stuff to see if it'd be feasible, and then it kind of took off from there.
Okay, and you're really in a good area. There's a lot of shooters and hunters out in this area.
Oh, very much so. Tennessee itself is a great state. I mean, Tennessee's, very much a Second Amendment state, and we're surrounded by Second Amendment states, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama. So, no, it's been great. We're smack dab between Nashville, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. So we get plenty of shooters daily from those three cities, and we get shooters from not only there, but all over the U.S. and all over the world, too.
Well, that's great. And I know you have some events here as well.
We do. We do everything from your basic, monthly competition shoots, just people that are local that come in and shoot different types of competitions like 3-gun and Steel Challenge and stuff like that, and long range shoots and stuff. And then we have some bigger like national level competitions. Like we host the V2 National Championship, which is which has like the top 60 F-class long range rifle shooters in the U.S. They come here and they'll shoot their championship.
Well, that's
here,
nice. Brings the national to here.
Oh yeah, very much so.
And probably most people wouldn't know that because of bringing national people here.
Oh yeah, people wouldn't. Yeah, we bring national people here, and like I said, we get a lot of shooters from all over the world. Everything from Britain and all over Europe and China and pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
Well, that's really good for this area. Then.
It is. Yeah, that seems. I feel like we bring in some good spotlight to the area and stuff like that from people who might not normally want to visit this area.
Right. Well, let's talk about your ranges that you have. You have several different ranges here.
We do. We've got everything from, we got 8 shooting bays for like pistol and rifle. They're everything from 15 yards to about 50 yards deep, and they're all loaded with reactive steel targets, which are expensive steel targets that most people can't afford or don't have the space to put them and stuff. Those are fun, everything from Texas Stars to plate racks and a lot of really fun stuff. Then our flagship range is our 1,000-yard electronic target rifle range. So what makes that special is instead of your typical rifle range where everybody has to shoot the same distance all at once, we have one fixed firing line and all the targets are electronic. And we have targets at 100 yards, 200, 300, 600, 800, 900, and 1,000 yards. So anybody on that fire line can shoot any of the distances they want, and then because they're electronic targets, it registers where the bullet hits and shows it on an iPad at your station instantaneously.
Oh.
And it collects data for you. So if a lot of long range shooters like to hand load and stuff like that and load their own ammo, so they're able to collect data off it because it tells you the speed of your bullet as it passes through the targets. It tells you your standard deviation, all kinds of really good data.
So it really helps you to become a better shooter.
Very much so. Very much so. So where in a normal range you might go out to shoot, you may take you 2 hours to get a day of shooting in, shoot for 2 hours. You can get that done in half an hour, 45 minutes, easy. Because it's right there. You don't have to change distances. You don't have to do anything. It's just there for you.
All right, that's really neat for shooters.
Yeah, it is. It was expensive to do, but I really want to do it. A, because I like to shoot long range, and then B, it just makes it so much easier, and it's great for new shooters too, because they can instantly see that feedback. So it makes it a little more fun, a little more exciting than having to shoot, and then go down range, look at your target, and see what you shot. Now it's bam, it's right there on the screen for you.
Right, and you have some shotgun areas?
We do. We have two 15-station sporting clay courses, some really, really pretty courses. We have a mix of woods and out in fields and stuff like that. They're really beautiful. It's kind of like, for those who don't know, sporting clay is a lot like shotgun or golf with shotguns. Yeah. So you go to each station and it has different machines that throw the clays and different presentations and stuff, and that's a really big hit here. We get a lot of shooters, so that's a lot of fun. I like to shoot it. I'm not that great. Yeah. I'm way better at my long gun shooter, but it's a lot of fun. And we also have 2 5-stands, which is it's all in one area, so it's like sporting clays, but kind of condensed down. So we have a lot of shooters who love to shoot that too, especially if they don't have time. The hour and a half, 2 hours that it take to shoot a full course of sporting clays, they like to shoot that because that's about half an hour.
There's a lot of competitions nationwide on that as
well.
Oh,
very much so. Oh yeah, there's a lot of big competitions. Monthly we host NSCA, which is National Sporting Clays Association. We host monthly competitions the first weekend of every month here as well for that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So can someone come out and just watch?
Yeah, somebody can come out and watch, and they can come out and shoot. You don't have to, nothing special. You don't have to do anything special. Come out and say, hey, I want to shoot it. And you can go out and shoot it. You can shoot at competitions. We do have our 2 courses, so if you're a beginner and you really just want to shoot beginner, we have a beginner's level. We always keep one set for beginners, and the other one more advanced for kind of the competition level shooters and stuff. But yeah, anybody can come shoot at any time, and even our competitions. Brand new shooters, never shot it before. I can tell you, all the competition series and every kind of competition, they love new shooters and they love to teach. So.
Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. So anyone that's wanted to get involved can come out and learn from others.
Exactly, whether they've done it or not, and they don't have to worry about looking bad because everybody starts somewhere, and they know that, and they love helping. So.
Now you also recently added archery range.
We did. We have normally it's 20 archery targets, so it's kind of a 20-station walk through the woods, and it's actually a really pretty part of our woods. It's got like a lot of ferns. It looks very Jurassic Park-esque and stuff like that. It's actually really pretty. Although right now we're down to 13, but we're buying some new ones because we had a flood come through and it took off with a few Bambis. But yeah, and that people enjoy that too. I like doing that too. I kind of like go out before bow season sometimes, and I'll go practice on some of the targets and stuff. So it's enjoyable as well.
So really, anybody with any level can come out and
and we love beginners. One of the things we do a lot of ranges don't do is we have range safety officers on staff for each range, and they love to teach. All the time we get brand new shooters coming, never touched a firearm or whatever, and we can even have brand new shooters out hitting a 1,000-yard target in a day. And our RSOs love to teach, love to help, and we love having brand new shooters in. And that's one of the things a lot of ranges really don't do that we like to pride ourselves on.
Well, that's good because that way you feel safe.
Exactly. We keep you safe because that's what the range safety officer's for. But they kind of go above and beyond, and then they're like, oh, hey, you need help sighting in that rifle, you need help shooting a little farther than you've shot before, or if you've never shot at all, do you need help shooting, period? And they love to help. They love to teach.
Well, that's good because that helps people when they come out here not be so timid and shy.
Exactly. And gun ranges, they have kind of a persona of being a little, intimidating, like you said. Right. So we try to take that away and make it as friendly as possible.
Well, that's great because more people be more relaxed, even the new ones. That's good. Well, now tell us a little bit about, we're here in the clubhouse. Tell us a little bit here because you not only do you have the ranges, but you sell equipment and other weapons.
Yeah, we have a fully stocked clubhouse. So a lot of ranges don't do this, and I wanted to do this as well. because I hated going, oh, want to go get a gun or a gun part or some ammo or something like that and go somewhere else and then have to go to the range. And if you're at the range, if something breaks, so we have a fully stocked clubhouse. So we've got guns, ammo, accessories, you name it. So we try to kind of carry what people would need for a full day on the range.
Well, that's good, because guns are just like everything else. They break down.
They do. They very much do. Yep.
So it's nice to have it here where you can get it fixed.
Yep. And we almost every day we have an armor on staff. And so if you have an even gun malfunction or problem out here, bring it in and our guys can fix it up for you and get you back out shooting.
Well, that's also nice to know too, because a lot of ranges are not like that.
Nope, not at all. We wanted to be a full service range. We wanted people to be able to come out and spend their time here and spend the day here and enjoy it.
And I noticed when I was looking around earlier, your prices are not that bad compared to others.
We probably should charge more, but I want to try to keep it as low as possible because I want to be able to allow people to come and shoot often. We're open to the public, so anybody can come anytime. We don't have to have a membership, and our prices, as you said, are very affordable. But we do offer memberships for those who want to come, at least a few, 2, 3, 4 times plus a year. They'll actually save you a lot of money instead of just having to, just pay for the daily rate and stuff. So we try to keep it as reasonable as possible, especially in today's environment with inflation and everything, but we still try to keep it as reasonable as possible to try to bring people in.
Well, I've noticed your prices for memberships are just about like your store here at the clubhouse. It's within range. I mean, it's good range.
Yeah, but then that's, for me, my goal was to give people a place to shoot. I'm not trying to get super rich, and I just want to give people a place to shoot and be able to enjoy the shooting sports and help promote, Second Amendment rights and stuff like that. So.
Well, that's helpful because there's the worst thing in the world is have a gun and somebody don't know how to operate it.
And you're right. And everybody, everybody deserves to have the right to be able to have a gun if they want it. And some people, people just might not have the opportunity or availability to go actually practice with it. And you're right. It's a very important thing. If you're going to have it, it's good that you go practice with it and get comfortable with it. Well,
that's good to know. And so what if you had maybe you've already asked this. If you had a first-time gun owner who comes in and says, "Hey, I've never fired a gun, never been around guns.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a gun. Can you help show me what to do?"
And yeah, definitely. Like I said, so what we do is you come in, just let our staff up here in the clubhouse know. Say, "Hey, got a brand new gun, never shot it before. Can you help me?" They'd love to. They'll kind of teach you. They'll be happy to kind of teach you about the gun, how to take it apart, how to make sure it functions and stuff. And then out on the range, you say, "Hey, can I have some help from our RSOs?" Our guys will be more than happy, and they love to help new good shooters. So they'd be more than happy to kind of help you work on your fundamentals and stuff like that to help make sure you get comfortable with the gun. I mean, not only is it good for the customer, for the shooters coming in, that they get to learn this, and we're helping that, but then it also makes sure it's more safe for everybody else around them. So.
Right, because knowledge is a good thing. Right?
There's no such thing as too much knowledge.
That's right. And now, you also offer classes here, don't you?
We do. Right now we're doing the concealed carry course. I know that Tennessee has become a concealed carry or a constitutional carry state, which means you don't need one, but it's still really good to have one. It kind of gives you law information and helps you with, give you some good training and stuff like that. But it also allows you to carry outside of the state. So let's say you're going to Georgia, you'll still be allowed to carry. You have to have a concealed carry permit to be able to go carry in Georgia or any of the other 20 some odd states that have reciprocity. And we have a new Green Beret owned and run training company that's coming in. I'm good friends with the two Green Berets run it, and I'm third owner of that as well.
Oh yeah.
And it's called Tenet Group, and we are putting together some course curriculums and whatnot for all the different training, and that should be hopefully coming up into this summer, fall, hopefully. But we're trying to make sure it's perfect and absolutely right, and we want to do some test classes to make sure everything goes smoothly. But we'll be doing that, and these guys are the best at best. If somebody doesn't know anything about being Green Berets, their entire job in the military is to go train forces all over the world. That is their entire job. So who better to have a training company with than those that were actually trained how to train? So.
And so that would be like self-defense and other
Yep,
areas?
self-defense, handgun, basic handgun, shotgun, rifle, long range, hand loading, loading your own ammo, the full gamut.
And also, I noticed in the clubhouse with your guns, if someone wanted to come and rent a gun, if they didn't necessarily have one with them, or maybe they're traveling and didn't have their gun with them, and
we do have a selection of rental guns. That's correct. We've got handguns, rifles, shotguns if you want to shoot clays. We also have some fun guns. We got a Barrett MRAD and 338 Lapua, which is a fun one to shoot. That one will reach out. But our most rented gun, I have to say, is our Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, people love it. We love to shoot it, and people are kind of intimidated by it at first. But it wasn't too long ago. We had actually a 9-year-old girl up here shooting it.
Oh, really?
Very much so, and she loved it. And it was fantastic. It was enjoyable
made her
watching.
day.
It made, the grin across her face was just ear to ear. But so you don't have to be intimidated by a gun, but it's a lot of fun to shoot.
Oh, I bet it is. I was looking at it a while ago. And
were you?
I admired it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful gun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to shoot.
It certainly is. I bet. And I bet that 9-year-old really enjoyed it.
She did, very much so.
Well, do you have any advice to people who own guns as far as, I guess, the coming out and training and learning more about their gun?
My advice is, obviously find a good place you're comfortable with, because you need to be comfortable, like you said. You want to go to a place that you feel comfortable being at, because that's where you're going to want to learn. And then 2 is, if you can find some classes, find some classes. Like if you come here, just ask our guys, they love to teach, but just find somebody to kind of help teach you, because there's plenty. And that's one of the nice things about Second Amendment supporters and shooters in particular, especially ones who shoot quite often, is they love to teach. I've never met the biggest group of people that's passionate about their sports and really loves to teach and bring new people into it. So if you can work to find that, and if not, like I said, come here, we'll help you out.
Well, that's good to know for anybody. Now, are there any other amenities here that you offer that we haven't talked about?
We do have a classroom, of course, like you said. We have an outdoor pavilion for groups, so we do have a lot of groups, especially for the sporting clay side. We have, corporate groups and birthday parties and bachelor parties, so we have an outdoor pavilion for lunches and stuff like that next to our pond. But I'd say, all of our ranges and facilities, that's pretty much in their clubhouse, of course, and stuff. So we pretty much got anything everybody would need, whether it be a single person or a group, to be able to enjoy a day of shooting out here.
Now, you have here a little over 200 acres, is that correct?
Yeah, 254. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized property. We're able to do what we need on it, and we're eventually gonna look to expand and stuff like that as well. So.
Well, this is a nice area because it's all just woods.
Very much so.
And a good area to have a shooting range. And with that much acreage, you don't have to worry about getting shot.
No. Well, and we have, all of our ranges are fully bermed to NRA or exceeding NRA standards. And everything is set up to be 100% safe. So we use the NRA guidelines, had help from NRA range developer and stuff like that. So everything is definitely super safe in that regards.
So to make everybody rest assured, there was plenty of planning and forethought put into this before it
ever
got
started. Very much so. Very much so. It was about a year and a half of just the planning before we even broke ground, to where we were just making sure every berm, every range was 100% the way we wanted it.
Well, that's good to know, because that makes people more rest assured when they come here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And now, how do people get in touch with you if they need to get in touch here?
Yeah, there's 2 main ways. You can give us a call at 423-800-7758, or you can go online to DeadZeroShooting.com or search DeadZero in Google, and it'll pop up, and you can get a hold of us by email. We also have a lot of information on our website and stuff as well. So.
All right, good. And I think we talked about memberships a while ago, but people can become members out here to come out. They can.
Yeah, it saves you, if you shoot at least 2-3 times a year, if not more, it's going to save you money than just getting our day pass. We're very much a membership-based range, so we really focus on our members, but we didn't want to limit it only to our members, because not everybody shoots that often or has the time or wants to
Right.
spend that money, to do it. So we have our day passes. But the memberships is very much a better way to save money. We have a lot of perks and stuff like that, like free gun rentals and discounts on some products and stuff like that too. So.
And you also have a newsletter people can sign up for.
Yeah. If you go to our website, you can sign up for our newsletter. Or when you come in person and you fill out our waiver, you can sign up on that too. You can put your email in and click the button to sign up. But yeah, so we use it to disseminate all of our, hey, this range is going to be closed, or hey, we got this event going on. Hey, do you want to come be a part of this? One thing we'll start sending out is actually we're creating a blog with firearms related articles and stuff like that about competition shooting, stuff for new shooters, all kinds of stuff, product reviews. We've got a lot of the stuff done, so we've got probably about 60 to 80 articles already written up by professional authors and stuff like that. And we're just finishing up the finishing touches, and we'll be going live at that in about a month or so too. So you'll be able to get that information through our newsletter.
Well, good, because I know I'm a member of the NRA, and I know we get things all the time.
Yeah, we only, on our newsletter for the most part, we only really send stuff out that's important. So you might get like one email a month on that. Like, hey, we got a big match showing up. We might shut down one or two of the bays, or something's going on. Or, hey, we got this big deal going on for, let's say, 4th of July or something like that. We'll send that out. But we try not to inundate our members, because I personally know I don't like to get a bunch of spam email, bulk emails, so we try to keep that to a minimum.
All right, was there anything else we haven't talked about that you'd like to bring up about the
No, I think that was pretty thorough. I appreciate you for coming out. And we really like to get the information out about our range and stuff like that, and see if we can bring some more shooters in, and new shooters, and even some experienced shooters in the area.
Well, good. Well, listen, I appreciate your time for being with us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And as always, you can catch this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page, as well as BTC Fiber's Channel 18. And again, we want to thank our sponsors, Embers Ice Cream, Nickel Roll Antique, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.